What up, YouTube? This is NightDragon669 coming to you with my very first comic review slash series review slash character review. Yes, that was a mouthful, I know. But bear with me. This is my first review for a comic book series slash character, and it is one that's kind of got me back into comics. I picked up bulk of this at half-price books nearby my house. Really good deal. And I was able to get a lot more a couple weeks ago at Free Comic Book Day for under 25. A little over 25, excuse me, because I bought some other things in there. But it is Batgirl, Cassandra Cain, the second Batgirl, but she is one of several who served as the Batgirl character. And Cassandra Cain is the daughter of assassins David Cain and Lady Shiva. During her childhood, she was deprived of speech and human contact, which in turn made her able to read body language, where she would instantly learn. Like in this issue here, it is shown her spiral, I can't pronounce it, mock fighting, let's go with that, against Oracle, aka Barbara Gordon, with gaff sticks. She also states in here she learned fast. Later found out that Batman, Bruce Wayne, only taught her 2 weeks ago, and she was able to best Barbara, who had many years of training with Batman. Some information. She first appeared as Cassandra in Batman number 567. It was Batman 567. She later appeared as Batgirl in Legends of the Dark Knight number 120. She also goes later on to become known as the Black Bat, featured in Batman Incorporated number 6. Fictional character history. Cassandra first introduced during the No Man's Land crossover storyline in 1999, where she was one of Oracle's contacts, who later ends up saving Commissioner Gordon's life. She is given the Batgirl costume, which you can actually see here was designed. This Batgirl costume was actually designed by Alex Malver, and her character was created by Kelly Puckett and Damian Scott. As I stated before, Cassandra can't speak at all during a good earlier chunk of the series. She can only speak through gestures and drawings. Later on, Batman, Bruce Wayne, eventually learns about Cassandra's past as she murdered a businessman when she was 8 years old, after David Cain transmitted a video he had made of a murder to the Batcave. Nevertheless, Wayne accepted her. Through this action illustrates the major difference between Cassandra and the other members of the Bat family. She fights crime to atone for the murder that she herself committed, while the others are motivated to fight crime by the murders of loved ones. Batgirl in 2000. This came out in 2000. She was the first Batgirl to actually get her own ongoing epi-omnibus going series, which later on a telepath rewires her brain, making it so she can now think with words and use language. But this comes at a cost where she loses her ability to fight effectively. At this time, Bruce decides to take away the Batgirl costume. It is later on that Cassandra's birth and childhood are revealed in the Batgirl series due to David Cain. David Cain has sought the perfect bodyguard for Ra's al Ghul. romance in private life, though is not known for her private life. She actually did have a one-time romance with Connor Kent after meeting him on a cruise ship. He was the first boy she ever kissed, and she even visited him in his home in Smallville, though the relationship never became serious. Hey, I'll have to look for that. I wonder what issue that is. I will have to figure that one out, because now it makes me want to read again. As I said, I haven't read the full story yet. I've only read a couple issues. Following the War Games arc, Batgirl moved to Bloodhaven with Tim Drake, the third Robin, at Batman's suggestion with financial support. Nightwing, having been injured during the crisis, and Gotham City Police Department had declared all costume eagles illegal. There, Deathstroke took a contract from Penguin to kill Batgirl, where we are first introduced. During this time, it is also in this time that Cassandra developed some friends in Bloodhaven. A coffee worker who owned a local coffee store named Brenda, and a very short relationship with a boy named Zero. It is unfortunate to say that her friends were killed in the Bloodhaven disaster. During the 1 year later story arc, Cassandra Cain took the role of a villain by becoming the head of a League of Assassins following the 1 year continuing jump established in Robin 150, the Tim Drake Robin. Cassandra also appears in Supergirl number 14 of the 2007 series. She is battling the title character in the League of, in her role where her friend was captured. Supergirl's friend was captured. It is also shown that Cassandra Cain had a sword that emitted red sun energy that stripped away her powers. But during the fight, however, Cassandra prepares to kill her. Supergirl mysteriously extrudes a crystal from her body, which injures Cassandra. This story is also shown in the following the 1 year later jump in Robin series, as in Supergirl number 14. There is a file in the Bat computer titled Cassandra Cain and the League of Assassins, showing that this takes place after she battled Robin in Teen Titans number, in Volume 3 of Teen Titans number 44. It is also revealed that she actually fought Supergirl first before attacking the Teen Titans with Titans East. 52, World War III. Following the events of an Infinite Crisis, 52 fills in the 1 year gap where 1 year later was left behind. Batman, Ron, and Nightwing left for their year-long trip, and Harvey Dent was charged with protecting Gotham instead of her. Deathstroke approaches Cassandra and preys on her desire for a loving father, as well as her feelings of abandonment. Although occurring off-screen, Deathstroke manages to inject Cassandra with a drug from a distance that warps her mind, manipulating her to her liking. In 2007, Batman and the Outsiders would be taking up the Batgirl identity in that series. After the loss of the later in 2008's Batman Rest in Peace storyline, the Outsiders left this race. Cassandra, believing that Batman brought her on the team for such considerations, takes charge of the group. They search for her. In 2008, a 4-star issue, was it an 8 issue or 4 issue? I'm sorry, I've got my notes here, I'm just reading through them. So, in 2008, the Don Didio, revealed during their convention panel that writers Adam Beechin would be writing a new Batgirl miniseries. Beechin himself said that the story would be resolve questions over Cassandra's behavior and will set up for a new Batgirl, which actually is Stephanie Brown, one of her friends, where she reveals her identity. She later then leaves Gotham unknown. Now we come to the Black Bat arc of Cassandra Cain. After the Bruce Wayne returns, it is revealed that Cassandra's disillusionment was a ruse and that she had willingly handed over her Batgirl identity to Stephanie. Tim Drake is also revealed to have been in regular contact with her, implying that she is now an anonymous agent offer and joined up with Bruce's new group. Now wearing a heavily modified costume that uses her original outfit as a base, she now uses the name Black Bat. At C2E2 2011, it is confirmed that Cassandra will be appearing as the main characters in Scott Snyder's and Kyle Higgins' miniseries, The Batman Gates of Gotham. Skills and her abilities. I think I already covered a little bit of that, but like the rest of the Bat family, Cassandra had no superpowers. As a child, she was intensive training by her father, along with several other members of the League of Assassins, including Bronze Tiger, Merrill Lynn the Archer, and a series of instructors hired by her father, including Alpha. Upon taking the mantle of Batgirl, she was trained further by Batman, Oracle, Black Canary, and even by Lady Shiva. She is received supplementary instructions from Onyx. She also received some training in detective work by Tim Drake during their time in Bloodhaven. Cassandra's costume, as you can see right here, has different from other Batgirls, whereas hers is comprised of a skin-tight leather outfit, black. Her mask covers her whole head with the exception of the eyes, which are darkened in symbiotic stitches surrounding her mask of the mouth. Cassandra wears a yellow-rimmed black logo rather than the yellow bat version of the logo by Barbara. This costume was first created and actually worn by Huntress in the early stages of No Man's Land. Like other members of the Bat Clan, Cassandra's Batgirl also wears yellow pouch utility belt, which contains the grappling hook, batarangs, mini explosives, tracking device, handheld computer, binoculars, plastic cuffs, and smoke belt. However, she doesn't even use these that often, relying more on her hand-to-hand skills to take down opponents. The costume also displays a slight variation in Titan's East. The cape is shown to be yellow lining as Cassandra wears a collapsible utility pouch in Teen Titans Volume 3, number 43. It is once hollow bat symbol appears to have filled her cape and is once again completely black with new line stitching that goes up the forehead and cowl. This version of costume recently appeared in as a result of one artist's interpretation as Cassandra appears elsewhere, i.e. Supergirl and Batman and the Outsiders, showing her wearing her standard Batgirl costume. Her costume as a black bat incorporates her former Batgirl costume with some modifications. She now wears a domino mask and exposes the rest of her face and head. Her cape is now severely torn, looking ragged, almost like smoke light. Her hands are wrapped in bandages rather than the former scalplet gloves. There was some controversy over Cassandra. Critical recaptions of Cassandra's villainous turn in the 1 year later storyline was mixed. In general, the portrayal of Tim Drake was praised, whereas Cassandra's description was not. Upon being asked if Cassandra's characterization was editorial mandated, writer Adam Bichan, I can't say it as well. I am not a good pronunciation. Beechan stated, "When I came to the book, I was told the first arc would deal with presenting Cassandra as a new major enemy for Robin. From there I worked out the details of how I would come with our initial editors, Eddie Bergozin, then his successor, Peter Tomasi. In the following interview, he claimed further stating that they didn't present me with rationale as to why Cassandra was going to change or motivating factor. That was left for me to come up with and them to approve. And we did that. But as far as why the editors and writers, whoever else made the decision, that was a good direction. I couldn't answer that. I actually couldn't answer that." In recent interviews, press conferences, Dan Dido Another stated that Cass will be going back to the bases in her early adventures before she was able to talk. Later, Jeff Jones was quoted saying, "We will be addressing in Teen Titans exactly what the deal is with her. Is she a bad guy? How? Why? She was a completely different character before 1 year. So let's find out what happened." According to Wizard Magazine, number 182, the storyline was one of the most controversial changes to come out of DC's 1 year later event, and fans rose up in arms, organizing websites and letter writing campaigns to push changes. Dan also commented, "I'm glad to see that the reaction created a show that people care about the characters and want to see what happens." Let's see here. Other versions of Cassandra appeared and portrayed in Titans Tomorrow storyline in Teen Titans. Cassandra was mentioned having been murdered by Julia Dent years later. Tim Drake, now the new Batman, kills Julia in retaliation. In the timeline depicted in the sequel, Titans Tomorrow, today, Cassandra portrayed as Katie Kane's successor to Batman, the Batwoman mantle, and as a member of Lex Luthor's Titan Army. A toddler version appears of Cassandra in several issues of Tiny Titans. She's a friend of Barbara Gordon and Stephanie Brown. Cassandra makes a cameo appearance in issue 13 of the second Batman and the Brave and the Bold tie-in comic. This issue focuses on the Phantom Strain bringing together Robin from all time periods to help save Batman's life. Because Batman can always rely on Robin, at the end of the comics, Stranger's sister, Madame Xu, reminds him that had Robin failed, there will always be a Batgirl suit, revealing the 4 Batgirls. Collector's editions of Batgirl, most of the 2000 Batgirl series, as well as the 2000 miniseries, have been collected into trade paperbacks. Batgirl, Silent Running, 1 through 6. Batgirl, The Night Alone, numbers 7 through 11, 13 to 14. Where's issue 12? They kind of forgot an issue in there, looks like. Batgirl, A Death Wish. Batgirl 17, 20, 22, 23, and 25. Where's 24? Batgirl, Fist of Fury. Connects through 15 through 16, 21, 26, and 28. Robin, Batgirl, Fresh Blood. Features Batgirl number 58, 59, and Robin number 132 and 133. Batgirl, Kicking Assassins, number 60 to 64. Batgirl, Destruction's Daughter, collects number 65 to 73. Batgirl Redemption features Batgirl number 1 through 6, 2008 miniseries. Other collections include Bruce Wayne Murder, Batgirl number 24. Bruce Wayne Fugitive, Volume 1, 27, 29. Bruce Wayne Fugitive, Volume 3, 33. Batman, Bruce War Games, Act 1, Batgirl 56. Batman, War Games, Act 2, 56. Batman, War Games, Issues 57, Act 3. Now in TV, in the Justice League season finale of Savage Time, based in the DC animated universe, a girl is seen with Tim Drake, Barbara Gordon, and Dick Grayson in an alternate timeline that resembles a strong appearance to Cassandra. The creators of the show have stated it as an uncredited cameo. Video games. Cassandra Cain has appeared as Batgirl in cameo alongside Tim Drake in the video game Batman Dark Tomorrow. She can be made into character in Lego Batman the video game. Cassandra appears in the Batgirl in the DC Universe, voiced by Mindy Raymond. Cassandra also appears as Batgirl, 2 Batman games made by Learning Company, Toxic Chill and Unbalanced. That was my first take on a review. A 20-minute video. I'm sorry if I rambled a lot and I wasn't looking at the camera. I had notes, and from now on I will do more research beforehand. As such, please leave a comment of what I can improve on my videos. Quickly at the end here, issues 1. that. I had to grab something. As you saw, issue 1, issue 2, issue 5, issue 6, issue 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, full cover artwork. I actually like this one kind of. 24, missing 25, 26, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32 with a special Remember 9/11 mark up here in the corner. 33, 34, 35, 36, 36, skipping all the way up to 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55 with the CD still. I picked this up at SpringCon recently. 56, 7, 8, 9, and 60. 51, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, and the final issue of 73, which ended in 2006. That is my collection and knowledge on Batgirl's Cassandra Cain. One of the first full-length series I'm actually collecting, and one of the comics that got me back into comics. Sorry the video is kind of long. Please leave a comment what I can do to help shorten this up. Thank you, and to all those who subscribe.